Hi, good morning. Happy Saturday. I have Gracie here on the edge of the couch that is wanting to be petted, and then all of a sudden she bites me. But she doesn't leave because she wants to continue to be petted. It's lovely. And then over here we have Penelope, who's eating her treats. Are you done? Okay. Well, that's fine. I've been petting you for a while, so I've already been bitten like 4,200 times. Oh, you're not leaving? Okay. Can you scoot over just a little bit? Because I can't get comfortable. She's under my right buttocks, okay? So, I got up and got dressed, and I left the house, and I went to a place in East Cobb, over there where the rich people live. It's called Casabella's, and it's like a home decor gift store type thing. And they do have clothing, they do have jewelry. I didn't get these there. I don't know why I'm flicking at my earring. They do have a lot of home decor items. They have a lot of Christmas items, all that stuff. Because my boss loves to shop there. That's where she got this bracelet from. I don't know why I can't talk, but anyway. And I thought, you know what? I'm looking for her present today, so let me go to her store and see what I can find. So I did. I found her a couple of gifts that I'm very pleased with. And then I sent my pictures. I sent my sister pictures from inside the store, and she said, "Where you at? That's where I want to go. Where we going? When we going? What's your schedule next week?" I said, "I'm off Monday and Wednesday." And she said, "I'm coming Monday and we're going." I was like, 10-4. So we're going to go back on Monday. But I wanted to go check it out before I told her. I didn't want us to drive all the way out there. It's 20 minutes, even though it's not that many miles. It's a lot of traffic going out that way. It's a lot of, it's just a lot. But it's across the street from another big shopping center that we can go to and find some other things. But anyway, that was exciting. Gracie's sitting in her bed just staring into outer space. But while I was driving over there, I was having all these thoughts of when I was in high school. And I did record a video while I was in the car, but because the heat was on the vent and it was blowing right up into the phone, it made it real loud. And I was like, well, that's not good. I hate these ASPCA commercials. They made me want to go adopt every dog and cat, but mostly dogs, because Gracie is a one-cat home. Gracie is a one-cat home. I brought in another kitten. It was a Stephanie's kitten. I forgot where we got her. Did we get her at the shelter? And then we came back to my house and we gave her a flea bath. Oh boy, Gracie, nope. She was like, you don't bring other cats in this house. This is my house. And I was like, well, dang, okay. I brought Charlie in. I brought my mom's dog Phoebe in. She was fine. Completely fine. Another cat? Nope. She is a one-cat home kind of girl. One-cat home? Whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, it would have to be another dog, but I'm not looking to get another dog right now. But this commercial kills me, so I'm going to put my hand up so I can't see all these pitiful dogs they're showing. Anyway, as I was driving out that way, I went down Ebenezer Road, like Ebenezer Scrooge, and it reminded me of this person that I went to school with, who was not Ebenezer Scrooge, but I can't remember her name for nothing. Me and Jill were friends in, I think, my junior and senior year. We became friends. Well, we became friends with this girl. We didn't really know anything about her, but she was nice, and we invited her to go with us to like bowling or skating or riding around in the car, whatever we were doing that was going to be so exciting. Now, let me preface all this by saying, the only reason I'm telling you this story is because, well, for the funny parts of the story, But not because I'm not talking bad about her, because I really like the girl, and we hung out more after this, but this was my first time visiting her home, okay? And I was the most unprepared, as was Jill. Yeah. So the year was like either 1981 or 82, something like that. It doesn't matter, but I'm telling that as a reference point. Now, in my short little 17 or 18 years that I had been living, hold on just a second. Let me plug my phone up because it do be dying. I had never been in a home like this, okay? Never, not once. I grew up in a quite conservative home. Two parents, a mom, a dad, siblings. Nobody yelled, nobody screamed. My brothers didn't even fight with each other. Now, if they wanted to fight, they had to take it outside, as my mama said. It was quiet. You know, the quieter my mom got, the sooner I knew that I would meet Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Because the quieter she got, the madder she got. She was not someone who yelled. And I do also realize what a blessing it was to grow up in a house like that. And Jill grew up in a house like that, you know. So when we went to this person's house, I wish I could remember her name, but I keep seeing something. Anyway, when we went to her house, to be quite honest, I had probably driven by this house a number of times and I had never noticed it because it was kind of back off the road a little bit. But you turned in the driveway and like there was the concrete type lip that came off the road into the driveway. And then I guess the driveway had been washed out because it just kind of dropped, okay? And I was scrubbing the underneath of my 1976 Mercury Bobcat, which is kind of like a Ford Pinto if you're not aware. Very small, two-door hatchback. I scrubbed coming into the driveway. No big deal, you know, whatever. I go and park, and we get out of the car, and I'm like, where is our son? Are we sure about this? And Jill was like, yeah, it'll be all right. And I'm like, all of your 4'9" self is saying it's going to be all right, but all of my 5 tall self is not so sure. As we approached the house, there were whole entire grown men passed out on the porch, laying on the porch, not in chairs, not in, you know, on the sofa on the porch, laying on the porch, passed out. I thought they were deceased, okay? I was like, why are these people here? Okay, so we go and knock on the door. Dogs barking, people inside yelling. I'm like, are we at the right house? And Jill's like, yeah, this is where she said she lived. What are we doing here? I was always the very controlled, no, we can't do this kind of girl, you know? I never wanted to get in trouble. Even though I did my fair share of things I shouldn't have done, I was still that person that didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't know what we were about to get into. They opened the door. There was a house full of people. They were all drinking. Oh, and this girl was not, but like all the adults were drinking. They were all very loud. We had to step over the bodies on the porch to get into the house. Okay, well, I apparently am just like my mother, and anywhere I go, when I get nervous, I have to pee, okay? I had to pee. I was nervous, okay? And I was like, I don't really know that I want to pee here, but I feel like I'm about to go on myself. So So I looked at this girl and I said, excuse me, but can I use your restroom? Can I use your restroom? And she said, it's out back. You mean like outside? She said, yeah, it's an outhouse. What? What? Now, I mean, my aunt and uncle lived in a countrified home on a farm that had a bathroom added on later. But still, I had never been to a home that didn't actually have an indoor bathroom. Now, I had used an outhouse, but that was at a place like, oh, I don't know, in Gatlinburg or something where, yeah, you know, like one of those park type things. No, because it was already dark. And I was like, I am not tromping through this backyard to get to this outhouse. And I can't see my hand in front of my face. No, I'll hold it. Thank you. I was like, you don't have a bathroom in the, like, how do you take a shower? And she said, well, we like pump water into a bowl and we bring it in and we take a bath that, with the bowl. She said, but we do have water that pumps into the sink. So I can wash my hair in the sink. Y'all, I ain't never in all my life. I was like, wow, okay, well, you ready? She said, yeah. So we went and did whatever we had to do, bowling or riding around or whatever we did. And then we took her back home. And even more people were passed out on the porch. But thankfully, we didn't have to go back in. We just dropped her in the, in the yard. There wasn't really a driveway. It was more like just a yard. So she gets out and we had fun and see it at school. And I was trying to get the you-know-what out of there because I was ready to go home. And as I was going up that piece of yard that's supposed to be the driveway, and I hit that little concrete lip to get back onto the road, my car, I guess the tires spun a little bit or something, and it made this whoop noise, I thought I'd hit a dog. And Jill was going, just keep going, just keep going. I was like, I can't keep going. I got to see if I hit a dog. And she's like, just keep going. I got out. No, I couldn't leave. I had to make sure I didn't I hit a dog or leave a dog. Oh my gosh, I was scared to death. But yeah, it was some kind of spinning my tires did. There was no dog. But as I was thinking of this story, the only name that kept coming to mind was Michelle. And I think that's because of the girl that I went to school with, whose name is Michelle. And she tried to bully me. And one thing Shirley taught me was, you don't start a fight, but don't you dare walk away from one. Do you hear me? Yes, ma'am. Okay, I never even told Kim Newman-Wiggin this because she'd have beat her butt. Let me just tell you, she'd have beat her butt. But I got off the bus and I was trying to avoid someone. I don't know who I was trying to avoid, but I am the queen of avoiding people, okay? If I don't want to talk, I'm gone. Color me gone. Goodbye. So I was trying to walk through this little group of people, and Michelle was in that group of people, and she pushed me, and she got in my face, and she told me that I was not walking through that group. And I put my little hand on my hip, and I said, who's gonna stop me? Oh, she also called me a punk. You ain't walking through this group, punk. I said, who's going to stop me? And I just gave her the surliest look you've ever seen in your life. I've never been in a fight in my life. That's the closest I've ever come to being in a fight. But let me tell you something, it worked, because you know what? She let me through. She kept staring at me. You know who? She reminded me of that little kid on the Christmas Story. The red-headed one with the freckles, that's what she reminded me of. But you know, every day after that, she wanted to be my best friend. I was like, look at here. I already have a best friend. And you don't want to meet her, because I can guarantee you she'll beat your butt. She will beat your butt. But anyway, yeah, that was the time I stood up to the bully. You know, I don't recommend all kids doing it, but it worked for me. Sure did. I mean, especially today, because you never know about kids today. Sometimes, some of them kids, their screws are too loose. So you have to be a little bit more careful. But back then, yeah, my mama was like, don't you walk away from one. You stand up for yourself. And I was like, my hand on my hip, who's gonna stop me? While I was shaking in my shoes. John Wayne has a quote that says, courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway. And that's what I felt like that day. I felt like John Wayne. Oh, anyway, that's it for this one. I got through one video without any cuts. I mean, I'm still going to go back and edit out my dead spots, but whoo-hoo. Anyway, that's it. I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon, because people will be crazy. Hit the like, love, laugh, or some other button, comment, or whatever you want to do with it. And I will talk to you on the next Tracy Tries, which will probably be tomorrow, since I post every day. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Deuces. Love you. Oh, there's my nails. Teal and white and gold. She put down 3 greens and I picked the teal because I love me some teal. Okay, bye.